Okay, so I have been so overwhelmed by the amount of traction, attention, love even that my account has been getting over these past couple of days because of Gyton McKenzie of all people. Now, I made I made two videos, okay, last year and then the year before that, about Gyton McKenzie specifically, and about how some of his tweets are very problematic, and how if you read it and you read into it and look into it, you can see that it's such a divisive tactic that he uses, and that a lot of the times it perpetuates anti-blackness. I was just going over that. A lot of people apparently didn't see what I was seeing, and they were seeing a minister that jogs and takes videos of himself jogging, and that was mind-blowing for people for some reason. Anyways, they were just so mind-blown by that, even though his patterns were very, very clear. Okay? So yeah, I've just been getting so many of these types of comments. People even asking me for the winning lotto numbers and if I'm a prophet, because how could I see all of this coming from Gyton? How could I predict it? And it's not about predicting it. It's about paying attention to signs of covert racism, because covert racism is almost always a prelude, and discomfort, and what someone is saying is almost always that prelude to actual racism and that rhetoric. Not even actual racism, because covert racism is actual racism too, but it's a prelude into the person's mentality and how they actually feel about a group of people. Because I also feel like covert racism can be so much worse at times than overt racism, because with overt racism, you're at least able to point it out. You're at least able to say, no, but the proof is okay? This is what this person said, and it's right here, so this person is racist. And there's no way of disputing that fact. But with covert racism, you were told you were too woke, you were told you were too sensitive, you were told, like, what's going on with you? You're reading into it too much. You're bringing someone down, and this is why coloreds never succeed, because that's exactly what I was told. And yeah, you're not able to actually prove to people that this thing that made me feel uncomfortable, hey, it's actually real, and it's actually problematic, and it actually needs to be addressed. And that is why so many times covert racism is always just swept under the rug, under the rug, and completely ignored. So I guess that's my lesson. That's my key to knowing people, just paying attention to what they're saying and actually paying.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an update on the Open Chats podcast, what the attorneys have said, the action steps that their attorneys have listed, as well as what the South African Human Rights Commission have said regarding their apology. That video will come later. Secondly, what I am going to do is I'm going to speak on the Gyton McKenzie matter, because I see that old tweets of his has resurfaced that had racial slurs in it using the K word. I'm looking into into that information and that evidence that has been presented to me. I want to say this. Number one, I'm not going to be derailed from the Open Chats podcast thing just because now Gyton's thing has jumped up. I will look into the Gyton thing, just like I looked into the Open Chats podcast thing. Before I even posted my first or initial video, I actually looked at all the evidence and I didn't say anything, because this episode aired on 25th of July, I think, and I saw it a long time ago. But I didn't say anything because I wanted to see what was going to happen. I wanted to see what South Africans were going to do, and nothing happened. So I had to speak, and then the apology came and it triggered me and I had to speak on the matter. I didn't speak because I'm a racist activist or anything like that. I'm not a politician, like I said in my other video. But I am somebody who's going to express my opinion on certain things, and I will express my opinion on the Gyton McKenzie matter. If Gyton is wrong. I have to look at all the evidence, just like I looked at all the evidence with regards to the Open Chats podcast and what was said. So I have already started gathering evidence because I only picked up the story this morning. So I'm going to look at all that stuff this morning, and I will report the facts. I don't care about feelings. I don't care about your opinions. I was sworn in some of the chats. People personally inboxed me and sworn at me, and they threatened me, and they told me that they will go through my life with a fine-tooth comb as if I care. I don't. You can go through my life with a fine-tooth comb. I have nothing to hide. I've been a public figure for a long time. I've been putting myself out for a long time. So I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you can go and find whatever you wanted to find on me. It's absolutely cool. So I will I will give you an update on the Open Chats podcasting, and I will also speak about the Gyton McKenzie issue as well. Same energy, by the way. And then lastly, I just want to say a happy Women's Day to every single mother, daughter, child, girl child that is, grandmother, and everyone in between. Thank you so much for your contribution and for being the actual heartbeat of this country. Without women, men would be lost. We act all tough and brave, but trust me, we need you. We definitely need you. And I just I would just wish you all a happy Women's Day, and that you should have an amazing day. Be spoiled, go out, have fun, and yeah, when you come back, there will be updates for you to go through. All right, have a good one. Bye bye.
He must be cancelled and step down. In the words of Gyton McKenzie himself, there must be no place to hide for racist. So yes, same energy.
There should be no place to hide for racist. If you are white racist, black racist, colored racist, a racist remains a racist. And in South Africa, there will be no place for racism. People will say things about colored people that is pure racism. Racism against black people is wrong. Racism against colored people is wrong. Against Indian people is wrong. Against white people is wrong. I fired one of our best workers in Ekurhuleni because she called people. I fired her on the spot. I have fired somebody, a pastor actually, on the Cape Flats, in Elsies, because he called people. I fired him on the spot. Why should I act differently when it comes to the racism of these young people? If you don't do anything to them, you are destroying them, because you're going to make them grow up thinking it's okay to be racist. Buig die boompie terwyl hy nog jonk is. Anybody that wat sy bek oop wil maak met colored mense, you will carry the consequences of your groot.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Umgosa Mzansi. People are saying ukuthi uMcKenzie kahle utikhanselile yena ngestatement sakhe lasendile lesikhombisa nalesivakalisa ukuthi he is still a racist person. Amapost akhe labawalandzile abantu lapha ku Twitter akudzala la vele kudzala atekhombisa uMcKenzie ukuthi vele he is a racist, and people are saying ukuthi ulwanjani ne Open Chat podcast ngokuthi ba racist, whereas wena nawe racist. So people are saying ukuthi bamfuna hambile uMcKenzie, especially white people are so fuming ngesana bayasho nje ukuthi akahambe bafunje nokuva incazelo yakhe ukuthi justify uthini. Please do comment what you think below down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I will see you on the next one. I'm signing out. Goodbye.